Hello everyone! So today in this video we are back in Colaboratory, as you can see. Yay! So we're going to go serious. Now, today in this video guys, we're going to be learning how to make linear graphs in Seaborn, in Colaboratory, using the Seaborn library. Yes, we're going to be doing that today. Boom. Okay guys, so yeah, as you heard, we are going to be using the Seaborn library to be able to make linear graphs. And I'll be showing you guys how to do that and everything. So, what we have to do first is load Seaborn. But you guys may be wondering, what is Seaborn? Well, the answer to your question is that Seaborn is a data visualization library, you can say. So, what data scientists use it for is to visualize their data, see if everything's good and everything, and just to make sure that nothing's broken or nothing's like out of place, and they can see what the data looks like, so they know if they want to use AI on it. They can know which formula and which type of artificial intelligence they can use on it, and things like that. So that's the reason of why we have Seaborn mainly. So what we can do here is that we can import Seaborn as SNS. And by the way guys, if you guys don't know how to reach here, then check out my first video on how to reach Colaboratory and how to use the interface. It shall be on the top right corner right now. And just check that out before you watch this if you haven't watched that and you don't know how to reach Colaboratory. And this can also work if you have let's say anacondas, or if you're even using a PyCharm or something like that. But it only works as long as you've downloaded all these libraries, which is why Colaboratory is probably a safe and good bet to use, as it's online and it's completely cloud storage. So what we can do here is that we can click Control Enter, and you see it ran, and no error. So we can add a new code text, and now what we have to do is load a data set. So let's make a variable ds equal sns dot load dataset. Okay. This function that is made inside of Seaborn is meant to load a dataset. Load an example dataset from the online repository. It requires the internet. So, and to be able to find datasets, you can probably just search it online, it'll come up. So what data we'll be using is tips. Okay? And then we can do ds.head and 2. If we run this, you'll see that we have our first 2 rows in our dataset, and then we have total bill, tip, gender, if the person's a smoker, day, time, and size of the amount of people that are in the group of people who are eating and stuff. Okay, so this is how we can get a dataset. And you can use tips as well. That's the example that I can be using, but you can use any data set as long as it has a good amount of rows and you're able to relate both of them. So what we're going to do next is that we're going to use sns.relplot. What's relplot, you may be asking? Well, relplot's a way that we can use linear types of linear graphs. We can make linear graphs using relplot. And what we have to do is that we have to specify x-axis, y-axis, and dataset. Okay? So, dataset we can put in ds for this this dataset, and that's going to be our data. And then for x, we can just type in something here, total bill, or like tip, whatever it is. So for x, I'm going to be using total bill. And for y, And for y-axis, we can do tip. Oh, and my bad. I put DS here. It's actually data, and yes, the data equals. It's not DS, guys. So if you guys ran it ahead and saw an error, my bad. It's the data, not DS. So now, if we run this, you see here we have this graph that showed up, and you can see how quickly it showed. And you see here, as the total bill is going up, the tip is increasing. And this is an example of a linear graph, as there's a relation between total bill and tip, and as they both increase, as total bill gets higher, tip gets higher. But let's add a bit more flair into this and see some other parameters. So I'll only be showing one, as showing many may confuse. So let's do something, and let's see hue. And let's make hue, for example, smoker. And then what we can do is, if we run this, you see, it's able to, you can see if the smoker is yes and if it's not. And see, most non-smokers don't buy as much and all. They do, they are and buying stuff and all, but they mainly group here. While for people who do smoke are all around the place. And that makes sense because when you're when you're smoking, you may be a little drunk or something like that. So it makes sense and all why it's all sporadic and everything. So someone here is spending $45, and then they're giving around the same tip as someone who's spending. And they're giving a lower tip than someone who spends the same amount of money, and giving $9 for a tip instead of a $2 tip. So you see, it's really sporadic, and this is actual data. This isn't fake, and you're able to see the drastic difference and things like that. It's very interesting if you think about it. So yeah, now this is going to be my video for today, guys, and we're serious again. This is my ending video for today. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment down how it was and turn on the post notifications to get notified whenever I release a new video. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video. So, goodbye!